Sometimes you really just want something. I missed out on a couple of eBay ads, some cool banjos. This one I saw and I was like, really wanted it. I had a price that I wanted it at, and then at my absolute highest price I'd go. And I had one on the computer, one on the iPad. Got down to the last second. With 15 seconds, I put my bid in, and then with 3 seconds left, I put the final high bid in, and I ended up getting it. Are you ready?
It's going.
Okay, this is my new Morrison banjo. This is the glorious unboxing. Let's see.
What is it, Duke? Huh?
I don't know how glorious it is. This is the unboxing anyway.
Well, the wrapping wasn't too glorious.
Well, as long as it works, that's the key thing. Appears to be a lot of bubble wrap.
Pop it open.
There we go. It's got it. I can almost see it. Alright. It's missing the moon, but I can fix that. Right there's a moon. There's a small star there.
I said it looks like it's missing everything.
Oh yeah, it's missing a lot. It's taking a real long time. But I'm getting close. There we go.
Looks like a banjo to me.
Very nice. Okay, the wood's in really good shape. The frets look pretty good. Looks like they didn't use steel strings because it's not much fret wear. The wood's beautiful. Look at the carved. Yep, it had one of those pins. You can see the keyhole or the key thing that went along the side. And there's the Morrison, J. Morrison. Patent is
Where does it say, Jay?
September 25th. September 25th.
See that?
Yeah. 1882.
Wait, you gotta pull that over here. Turn it sideways.
If you shoot down in there, you can see the pins that the tone ring's setting on. It's setting in there. Well, that's a cool end piece. I like that. I also like the nuts. I've never seen nuts like this. Those are really neat looking. They look very old. Okay, there it is. No doubt that this is a Morrison. He has it on 3 sides of the dowel stick, and it's in 4 places on the tub there and the back of the headstock. It's a beautiful banjo, but I have a question about what this might be in the back. I know there's a ebony pin that slides down in that slot, but what are those 2 brass cover plates? What was there? This banjo, it came to me as in pretty good shape. It doesn't need a whole lot of work. I pretty much need to just replace the parts that are missing. So it's going to need some tuning pegs for the peg head, just old friction pegs like what you'd find in a violin. It's going to need a 5th string tuner, and I need to find that. Hopefully I can find the one that has the little ridge that goes in there, kind of like a little keyhole. They're hard to find. They haven't made them in 100 years, so it's tricky. And then I need an end piece that'll fit on the end and hold the strings that's appropriate for the banjo and will fit the style. A friend of mine who owns a jewelry place and deals in banjos, and he makes end pieces. I think he might be able to do something for me. And the other thing that I need, well, strings. I need strings for it. Oh, there's a slot in the back that I'm going to have to make a piece of wood to fit in there just so that it fills the hole up. It doesn't really need it because there's 2 screws that hold the neck to the body, but there's a pin, a little slot that goes down there, so I'll make one of those. My friend Mark Ralston from Yellowstone Jewelers made this for me. Made it out of bone. It looks really good. It has the little brass inserts. You can see I tricked it out with a pearl gold star and soaked it overnight in a tea bag to get it to turn brown so that it would match this vintage 5-string bone bridge. Here it is placed on the banjo, just for placement to see where it should go. I think they look pretty good together. Next, I needed to find a 5th-string ridge barrel peg, 100 years old, and voila, on eBay the very next day, there's one. A bit more than I wanted to pay, but hey, and it looks so nice on the banjo. There it is. I needed some old-style friction pegs, and my friend Mark Ralston had 3 to choose from. I chose the rosewood on the right, and when I put them on, they look really good. Here's a couple of shots of what they look once I had the banjo all finished and strung up. Probably the hardest thing I had to do was replace that moon inlay on the head and put the star in the bone tailpiece on the end. It came out looking pretty good though, and I really came up with the idea of putting it in an old tea bag that my wife left around, and so it looks as old as the bridge. Now it's time to show you how this thing works. I've been working on a lot of projects over the last several weeks, and one of them was putting this vanity into our main bathroom that works the whole house. I had to put up a new mirror, rip it out, had my brother-in-law do the replumbing on it, and then I put everything in and did all the tiling around it. And so I'll show that off while I'm showing my banjo off. But here's the banjo, my 1882 patent Morrison. But up close, some of the things that I did. I had to buy and replace this 5th-string peg head. Notice the carving here, it's really cool. This was a really neat old banjo. It has a really unique head stock. I think Dobson Brothers had a headstock similar to this. The moon was missing and I had to replace that. Had to get new pegs. They came out pretty good. They look pretty nice. A little tricky fitting them in there and sanding them so they work smoothly, but it came out all right. Here's the bone tailpiece. This is the first non-vegan banjo I have. It actually has a skin head as well, so it's not vegan, but I found a bone 5-string bridge, vintage, that I could find. And then a friend of mine from the jewelry place, he made this, and I added the gold star from the pearl, same kind of pearl I used up for my the moon, to finish that off. It's fastened to the end, piece of copper wire wrapped around the end here. The other thing I had to make was this pin here that was missing. It just had a slot here, but this is what normally holds the neck to the pot of the banjo. But they had lost it at some point, and they put a screw in here, and a screw in there into the neck, which held it there. So it didn't really need this, but I didn't like having the blank there, so that's what I did. There it is. Not bad for a 140-year-old banjo. Peace.